for all you WaveRunner fishing enthusiasts out there. I'm putting out a series of videos detailing how to set up a WaveRunner for fishing. In this video, we pick up a Yamaha FXHO and we start the build by putting on some arches.
Yeah, she is the new FXHO. Pretty nice, right, Mars?
Oh, of course.
It's gonna make an awesome fishing ski. It's amazing. You know, much technology goes into those skis. Yeah, it's gorgeous. The white, I love the white. What do you think, Dino? Pretty nice, right? You see where the flush port is back here?
They mounted it through.
Yeah, I think so. This is the start of the build we're doing on a 2018 FX Cruiser Yamaha WaveRunner. Setting it up for fishing. We took a beautiful brand new ski here and we started drilling some holes in it. We've got the Fishmaster arch in the front and going to be mounting the similar arch in the back. And we've decided to mount the brackets onto the side rail here. Let's see, basically through bolting. The other option you have with these is to mount them up here and not through bolting, because this is all foamed in. So the trade-off of putting them out here is you're able to through bolt, but you've got to be careful bumping into things. You don't want to knock these off, seeing as it is on the side, but it's a much more secure connection having them out there. And we've got a plate mounted up here for the GPS, and we're getting ready to mount the rear arch back here. As you can see, we've already marked out a few spots and hopefully get that going and mount some of the rod holders and a backrest and cooler and gas tanks, and it's be a project here for a little while, but it's moving along well. And we're going to be mounting the rear arch now. This is the bracket for the rear arch. It's going to hold rod holders and backrest and the other things that we plan on putting back here. So we've taped off the fiberglass and we have a backing plate already made, ready to go. We're going to reach under and we're going to place this right under the mount, and it's going to provide that much more stability and protection from damaging or cracking the fiberglass. These you can mount just by screwing into the fiberglass, but I much rather have a through bolt as was done in the front with the arches. They recommend that you start drilling in reverse when you're going through the paint and the gel coat on this fiberglass. So I'm going to go in reverse first. And now that we've got a little hole there, I'm going to drill in forward. And that's it. It's not very thick. That's why this backing plate will come in handy. This is just starboard, half-inch or quarter-inch starboard, and round off your edges here so it doesn't put pressure and crack the fiberglass. You can just sand that down. Now that we've got our first hole, and we've got that lined up with the first hole, make sure it's right where it needs to be. Now we can go ahead and drill the rear hole. Double check, make sure we're still in line. And that's it. Now, to make sure my backing plate will line up, I'm going to put those holes, make sure that everything lines up, and they do. That lines up there, that lines up there. So now we'll get our bolts ready. Use stainless steel bolts with stainless steel washers that'll go on the other side, and lock washers, stainless steel lock washers. I'm also going to put some 5200 marine grade adhesive silicone and put that on the backing plate to make sure that there's no play and any gaps are filled. And we've put some 5200 on the backing plate. We also put some 5200 marine silicone onto the bolts that are going through. And I'm just going to now line the backing plate up with the bolts. It's very tricky getting back in here, but doable. And so we've got to push this through just a little bit more. Okay, the backing plate is lined up, and the 5200 should hold that right up against the fiberglass. And now I'm going to take the washers, which I have over here. Washers and the nuts, along with the 12mm ratchet and a box wrench. This can be tricky with one person, best to have an extra set of hands. But we need somebody like Dino to take the video. And we're started. One nut is started and on there. And we'll do the next one now. When you're mounting the rear arch, Fishmaster makes these great marine towers for boats and for WaveRunners. You want to position this thing so that it can also provide a little bit of a backrest for you. And if you position it too far back, you won't be able to use it as a support or a leaning post when you're standing up and you're reeling in a fish. It will also, if you mount it too close, then you cut down on the amount of space that you have on your WaveRunner for maneuvering around and carrying extra people. So you want to put your seats on when you're mounting these and get it just right, not too far forward, not too far back. Also, you want to make sure that you can reach underneath where the mounts are and access that area for securing a back plate. Some of the sides are foamed in and difficult to get to, and so it might limit the available space that you can bolt the rear arch to.
I'll be putting out future videos covering the cooler rack, electronic, the HDS7, the electrical system and the fuel system, dual batteries, dual bilge pumps, the power pole micro anchor, a backrest, transducer bracket, lighting, and more.